Hello everyone. In NEET, questions are different from some of the concepts. For example, differences between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Students discuss this thing in first year syllabus. In second year syllabus, we go to molecular basis of inheritance. What did you study here? DNA structure, nucleosome model, characteristics of prokaryotic DNA, eukaryotic DNA, and then gene expression from replication to gene regulation. So in this video, we will try to focus some of the differences between bacteria and eukaryotes with respect to molecular mechanisms at molecular level. First of all, nucleosome. What is nucleosome? You have studied octamers. Nucleosomes consist of histones. Histones form octamer. What is the use of this? This octamer helps in coiling or packaging of eukaryotic DNA. We have studied beaded string. I never find that type of beaded string or nucleosome or octamer in bacteria. Hence, histones are absent, nucleosomes are absent. All eukaryotes have got distinct nucleosomes. Let us focus this gene, bacterial gene, eukaryotic gene. Genes of bacteria do have exons but no introns. All eukaryotes have got both introns and exons, both. Even archaebacteria have got introns and exons. What are exons? What are introns? Do you think both exons and introns will remain as functional mRNA? We study RNA processing mechanism, splicing mechanism, correct? Bacteria do not undergo splicing. In fact, splicing is not necessary here. There is splicing. What is splicing? Removal of introns and joining of exons. See, this eukaryote will have hnRNA, heterogeneous nuclear RNA. Whereas here, before the completion of transcription, the translation will begin because there is no processing. Okay. Secondly, in bacteria, genes are polycistronic. Single gene codes for many proteins. Whereas here, in eukaryote, genes are strictly monocistronic. What is monocistronic gene? One gene, one protein, that's all. A gene will have starting segment, ending segment, promoter, terminator. A gene will code for only one mRNA, one protein. It's monocistronic, it would be polycistronic here. This gene will not have much repetitive sequence, no repetitive sequence. Whereas here, in eukaryotes, genes are associated with lots of repetitive sequences. So we focus this thing in DNA profiling, number of tandem repeats and so on. In fact, eukaryotes have got 95 to 98% of repetitive sequences. Whereas here it is only functional. Repetitive sequences are rare. Look at the replication process. DNA replication. DNA of bacteria undergoes replication before binary fission. Replication takes place in S phase of cell cycle. I am talking about eukaryote, right? Cell cycle. In S phase of cell cycle. Yes, both can undergo replication. Then how do you differentiate replication process of bacteria from that of eukaryote? In bacteria, replication starts from a specific site called ori. Do you remember? Origin of replication? Well, nucleoid, right? That nucleoid will have only one ori. I said nucleoid, circular DNA. Bacterium will have only one chromosome. There can be additional plasmid. But this circular nucleoid will never have any telomere, no telomere. The DNA replication starts from one specific point of the nucleoid or plasmid, that is ori. Whereas here in eukaryote, it will be like this. This is the DNA. This chromosome has DNA. This can have several genes. How do you identify genes? We have to look at promoters, terminators, etc. I'll tell you about that later. I was talking about ori. This one will have 1, 2, 3, 4, many hundreds of ori. Many ori. What is the role of ori? That is the point where DNA replication begins. That is the point where DNA polymerase starts replication. What is DNA polymerase? DNA polymerase catalyzes the replication process. It starts from specific point called ori. In bacteria, replication of DNA requires DNA polymerase 1, DNA polymerase 2, DNA polymerase 3, main enzyme is this. Whereas eukaryotes have got more than 11 different DNA polymerases. Correct? Both bacteria and eukaryotes depend on DNA polymerases. But here there are 3 DNA polymerases and here there are many DNA polymerases. Look at this transcription process. Gene expression starts from transcription. Transcription starts from a specific point of the gene called promoter. You know it. Yes. Whether it is bacteria or eukaryote. Transcription starts from promoter only. Which enzyme is responsible for transcription? You can understand that. RNA polymerase, because that is synthesis of RNA from DNA. RNA polymerase catalyzes synthesis of RNA. Bacteria have got only one RNA polymerase. One single RNA polymerase catalyzes the synthesis of rRNA, mRNA, tRNA. No clear-cut division of labor. Whereas here in eukaryote, there are 3 RNA polymerases. RNA polymerase 1, RNA polymerase 2, RNA polymerase 3. This catalyzes the synthesis of rRNA, mRNA, tRNA. And there are a few more things with respect to function of RNA polymerase 3. Secondly, the promoter of bacterial gene has a specific sequence called TATAAT, Pribnobox. It is located at -10 upstream of promoter. You know, if this is the promoter, imagine transcription starts from here. Promoter is located here. -10 upstream. In eukaryote, promoter is -25 upstream from the transcription starting site. This thing cannot be TATAAT. It is, promoter is like this, TATAA. And there are many more such specific sequences at -50, -75, -100. Transcription starts from this point, so it's called +1 site. But before that, RNA polymerase has to bind to promoter. See, binding of RNA polymerase to promoter is very specific process. Promoter of prokaryote would be different from eukaryote. Okay, once the RNA polymerase, when the RNA polymerase recognizes the promoter, we cannot ignore the role of sigma factor here. Sigma factor is required. Rho factor is required for termination. Eukaryotes depend on so many transcription factors. Zinc finger motif or steroid hormone protein complexes. You know, I'm telling about factors that would bind to RNA polymerase and help in initiation of transcription. They're called transcriptional factors. So those factors are different. What have you understood here? Promoter sequence is different, enzyme is different, and transcriptional factors are also different. But transcription is the process of transfer of information from double-stranded DNA, okay, one strand of DNA to RNA. That's all. But at molecular level, there are many differences. Similarly, translation, that is protein synthesis process, requires tRNA, mRNA, and you have studied that mechanism. Ribosomes are protein factories. Ribosomes of both prokaryotes and eukaryotes recognize a triplet of mRNA with the help of tRNA. But this requires several factors. Once again, initiation factors, elongation factors, release factors, GTP, ATP, etc. You know, those factors are very different. In bacteria, initiation factor 1, initiation factor 2, initiation factor 3, elongation factor, release factor, that is given in textbook also. RF1, RF2, RF3, like this. Eukaryotes have got different type of proteins, different type of factors. You have to say eukaryotic initiation factor, there are more than 11 factors. Eukaryotic elongation factor, eukaryotic release factors. These factors are very unique at molecular level. Yes. So translation process is the biosynthesis of protein. It involves 3 steps: initiation, elongation, termination. But factors will be different. Now look at gene regulation mechanism. We have discussed that Lacaron point. Role of regulator gene. Regulator gene codes for repressor protein. Repressor binds to operator. That is called switching off, because RNA polymerase cannot transcribe that lac-Apron segment. Do you think this type of regulation exists in eukaryote? Eukaryote will have enhancer. Eukaryote will have many other type of regulators and many factors. That thing will form a loop-like structures. So there is no such regulator gene or operator gene or and so on. So mechanism of regulation, gene regulation at transcriptional level would be different here in eukaryote. Okay, in prokaryote or bacteria, we discuss mechanism by taking lac-Apron concept. And there are several operons, trip-Apron, arabinose-Apron, histidine-Apron. Well, we understand role of regulator gene, no enhancer, but the gene is associated with enhancer and many more regulators. So it's controlled by several factors, transcriptional factors and so on. The transcription has to begin. The transcription should not begin. So this can be decided. Gene expression is controlled. There is functional gene. It doesn't mean that we will get product or enzyme or hormone. It's controlled. The cell doesn't want to prepare protein enzyme. Well, it is regulation. It's regulation. It means there is switching off. The gene can stop transcription. In eukaryote, gene regulation can be observed at translational level, post-translational level, or processing level. See, that is given in your textbook. Processing up of mRNA. We never find processing in bacteria. No tailing, no capping, no splicing. Whereas here, after transcription, mRNA doesn't go to cytoplasm through nuclear pore directly. It has to undergo processing. What is processing? Addition of 7-methyl-1SN at 5' end, or addition of repeated adenosine monophosphate to 3' end, or removal of introns and joining of exons. See, this type of processed mRNA is allowed to go to cytoplasm from nucleus. There is transcription but no processing. You can't use this mRNA for translation process. So regulation mechanism is more complicated. At molecular level, even methylation appears to be an important regulation in eukaryote. That is suppression of transcription. Methylated DNA, uracil or guanine can be methylated. So gene expression can also be controlled by a mechanism called methylation here. So gene regulation is more complicated in eukaryotes than prokaryotes. What have you understood in this video? At molecular level, bacteria differ from eukaryotes. I did not say prokaryote. In the heading, I have taken bacteria because at molecular level, archaea resemble eukaryotes. Archaea have got 3 different RNA polymerases. Archaea have got introns. Archaea use actually methionine. First amino acid is methionine during protein synthesis. Here it is formulated methionine. So instead of saying prokaryote, we say bacteria. What have you understood in this video? See, nucleosome is absent here. Nucleosome is present here. Then difference between bacterial gene and eukaryotic gene. In bacterial gene, there is no intron, only exon. Bacterial gene is polycistronic, no telomere. Replication starts from one point. Okay, no repetitive sequence. And then we have discussed about this. DNA polymerase 1, 2, 3. Eukaryotes have got so many DNA polymerases. Transcription, promoter, only one RNA polymerase, sigma factor, rho factors, location of promoter, TAT at minus 10 upstream of the promoter site, I mean transcription starting site, whereas here minus 25 upstream from the starting site. So this is recognized by RNA polymerase 2. The promoter has TAT, 5' to 3' of the coding strand. RNA polymerase 1, RNA polymerase 3. So this kind of differences can be clearly noticed in this type of organisms. Then factors, different type of factors at the time of initiation, elongation, termination of protein synthesis. Then gene regulation mechanisms. Okay, we will discuss about few more concepts in the next video. Thank you.